Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Archeryshack Shop Talk. I'm Jeremy,
I'm TJ.
and we're on podcast number 58. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate y'all tuning in. We're in the middle of our hunting season here in South Carolina. Early October. It's cooling off. A lot of deer starting to move around. Starting to see some movement and some deer being killed. Pretty cool times. Still got a lot of folks coming in, dropping off. Seen a lot of crossbows this week. A lot of bows, a lot of crossbows. So thank y'all for that. If it's your first time here, check out our YouTube channel. We're a shop here in upstate South Carolina in Anderson. We'd be happy to do anything we can for you, and we try to put out a podcast once a week and some random other archery videos, so check them out.
Yep.
We just started back with our live Thursday night feed, so thank y'all for tuning into that.
Yeah.
We do that on Thursday nights at 6:30. Gave away some stuff. That was pretty cool. We took a little month break because we were so backed up. We didn't want to have to get further backed up, but now we're once hunting season started, we're still backed up, but not as bad. So
Yeah.
we're back. Anybody killed anything? Let us know in the comments. Well, YouTube, I don't think YouTube will let you post a picture in the comments, right?
I'm not 100% sure.
I need to look into that. I don't think it will. I was going to say post a picture, but go to the Facebook group, Friends of the Archeryshack, and definitely post a picture.
Yeah.
I always forget to post stuff in there, but we got to get better.
Yeah. I try to think it whenever I think about it, I'll try to post something in there, but hadn't thought about it here in the last week or two.
A lot of crossbows been coming in.
Yeah.
A lot of dry-fired crossbows and strings broke and this, that, and other. But I feel like we've seen more crossbows this week than normal.
Yeah.
We got, I've mentioned it before, the PSC rep came by the other week. The bear rep's supposed to be coming by. So some of the new stuff's coming out. Hadn't heard anything about Prime yet. Hadn't really heard anything about anybody else. PSC is sort of staggering their release throughout the year. Bear still release their stuff as usual.
Yep.
I hadn't heard from Prime. I need to talk to the rep. I've heard rumors they're going to wait till January, but I don't know that for a fact.
You know, we talked about it on the live feed Thursday night, but I was scrolling through Facebook, and then one of the Facebook groups I'm in, I don't know if it was a dealer or somebody had some inside info, but somebody had asked, you know, what do you think Prime's going to come out with? And somebody got on there and put, I guess you could say, a name for but it pretty much immediately got taken down.
I'd hate to be the man that has to name
all these bows.
Yeah, several bows a year, because what would you start? And not only that, but have to name them something that nobody else has used for an archery product.
Yeah.
Holy crap. No wonder PSC has used the same. We got the Supra EC, the EM, the LD, the EXT. It's like, good God, I shoot a Supra. Well, there's 29 of them.
Super Focus.
I just hate to be that guy. How you'd come up with it, I don't know.
I don't either.
It'd be harder to come up with a name than the actual bow.
Yeah. But you know, somebody put in whoever posted it said that that he was tight-lipped and he couldn't say nothing until Prime give him the thumbs up. But we're still, if Prime does release, we're still about another month and a half out maybe.
Yeah. Usually it's like middle of November.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. I got a question for y'all. What is your maximum range to kill a deer with a bow? I've had it come up a couple times in the shop, and I've heard after it came up like twice, I actually started asking people, and I heard from between 30 yards and one guy was like, if there's a big enough deer, I'm gonna let it fly at 100, and I'm like, yeah, you're a dumbass. But
yeah.
What's your maximum? Mine's about 40. I mean, I'm comfortable as far as the way I group past 40, but I'm not comfortable knowing that arrow is going to take a second or two to get there, and that deer is going to move God knows where. So 40 is my thing. 40
max, but 50 if everything's perfect.
Yeah.
And I've told this story before, but that's only happened one time in 20 plus years of bow hunting. So But yeah, about 40's max for me.
What do y'all think? Let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
What have you shot one, let's say past 40, and how did it work out? Was it okay? And B, what is your max range that you're normally? I mean, if I set up like 25, 30 yards is my average, like what I'm going to have going on.
Yeah.
But there's some spots I could shoot further.
I know it's been a while back, but I asked what, everybody was using as far as a hunting app, kind of like an Onyx or Hunt Stand.
Mm-hmm.
I found it's called BaseMap, and I've been playing with it a little bit. And this is the free version, so I hadn't bought I guess they call it the premium or whatnot.
Yeah.
But it's also got something called Gear Drop on here. And from what I can see, you have to sign in with a Facebook or Google or an email. But they have contests. You got to drop a pin, and whoever gets closest to wherever the correct location. I hadn't done a whole lot of research on it, but you win free gear from BaseMap. And it's got a nice little wind indicator. It'll actually show you, on Hunt Stand, they give you what they call the hunt zone. And then BaseMap just gives you a wind checker. So wherever you're hunting at, when you're sitting in the stand, you can actually click your phone and it'll show you which way the wind's blowing. And everybody's got the wind checker stuff like that don't like to play on their phone while they're sitting in the stand. But I've used it a couple times while I've been in the stand, and it seems to be legit.
You brought something else to my thought process. The new higher end of bear bows that just came out are going to include a 3-month membership to which one was it?
Onyx.
I thought that was cool. That's different. Something I hadn't heard of before.
Yeah,
it won't sell the bow, obviously, but it's like that'd be a big perk. You know what I mean? Be like
they're even offering it on the legit too.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
We'll know more and have more videos out about the new bears soon. I think the rep's coming this week, so we'll look at their stuff and get a few pictures and whatever we can get. And then last year, I think in November, they started finally shipping, so we'll have some cool stuff to show y'all.
It's going to be weird. The biggest thing I have is, bear, PSE is staggering, so PSE's done release the Citation, and what else? Is that it for right now?
The Expedite NXT, which was it was just a random release.
Yeah. So Bear released all theirs. My biggest thing is, we order these bows, like let's say he comes within the next week or two and we ordered some new stuff.
Mm-hmm.
How far backed up are they on the new stuff versus
I don't know
this year's that we're still waiting on to get in?
I don't know. And we've told people that came in, but between the COVID and busy season, and I said it on the live feed, just an example of something super common, field tips.
Yep.
Last week we got low on field tips, and I looked through a dozen different manufacturers, and nobody had a 5/16 100 grain field tip ready to ship. And I'm like, come on now, come on. But that's just a small thing. We there's been bows we've tried to get. There's been arrows. Even right now, Black Eagle is backed up on Outlaw arrows, which is our most popular arrow. And I have, we still got some, but we're getting low. And I'm like, all right, now let's get going here.
Yeah.
But just common stuff's been hard to get. And it's usually not that way. I think a mixture of the two has caused it. But
Lighted Knox is another one.
Good Lord, we've been trying to get almost any brand of Lighted Knock for 2 months now, and we've got small quantities here and there of like. Typically, we don't stock like a pink Lighted Knock, but we've got them just because that was the only option we had, So anyway, I hate it when it's like this. Like I don't like not being able to get stuff.
Yeah,
but it's a crazy year.
Yeah, it is.
We set up a Burris Oracle site today. We've handled them, messed with them a little bit before, but never full-blown set one up, and it was interesting. If you're unfamiliar, it's one of the rangefinder sites, so not only does it tell you how far a target is, but it lights up an LED of where, like a pin of where you would shoot it. So it's like we put it on, went out there. You got to screw this laser in it and do all this calibration crap that I wasn't a big fan of. But then after it's done, you just aim it at whatever target you're going to shoot. Boom, it says 37 point, oh, it don't say 0.5. It'll say 37 yards. It lights up the LED, and that's what you use and shoot.
Yeah.
So it's neat. I wouldn't buy one, but it's neat. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's neat.
So we'll see, and we'll keep track of this one with this bow. We'll set it up on a new prime bow for a guy. It'll be cool. So see how he does with it. I just like, if you've got one, you know, like, what if you hunt with it in the rain? What if, now I do like on the Burris versus other ones, it has a dedicated 20-yard fiber optic pin. So like if the whole thing shorts out and electrocutes you, you can still use that 20-yard pin. But I just wonder how weather's going to affect it, hot, cold. We'll see. I mean, I don't hate it by no means. I just think it's a lot of busyness, and it's a pretty big sight. But just thought I'd throw that out there. If y'all got one or if you got a Garmin, let us know.
It definitely added a little bit of weight.
Yeah. I don't know what just the sight weighs, but I mean, it wasn't terrible, but
No.
it did add some. It did add the weight. That'll be a cool one to keep up with.
Yeah, it will be.
We've set up an IQ one before. The IQ one is the cheaper one.
Yeah.
Because it's just a rangefinder pretty much. You know what I mean? It's not going to do all this lighting up of stuff. I think it's around $3. But I still think the Garmin's probably the neatest, because if you got the Garmin watch, it'll actually track coordinates of where arrow made contact and all this. And I think that's cool. So
that's a lot of stuff to depend on, though.
I I'm not going to have one, but it's different.
It is. It is different. It looks like it's well built too.
Yep.
I mean, it ain't, it look like it ain't a piece of plastic. To me, from what I've got the handle of it today, busy in the shop, and I put it on the bow this morning, and from what I can tell and what little bit I got to handle it, it seemed to be built pretty well.
I'm going to be building some arrows for a guy with an 80-pound bow. I think I'm going to build some 150 Rampages with a heavy bone buster, half out and all that. So I'll keep y'all posted on that, but that should be pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait to see what they weigh. They're going to be heavy, but it's an 80-pound obsession, so it'll hit.
Yeah.
It'll hit. What, if you could give me specs on a bow you would like to own, brace height, speed, axle to axle, what would it be? Let's do 2 for hunting A and for tournament B.
A for hunting would probably be, I'm running a 35-inch right now, just tinkering. 33 and a half. Probably a 6.5-inch brace height, and here's where it's going to kill it with the speed. I have a 31-inch draw, so speed. Do I want to? Let's be far-fetched. 400 feet per second.
For my hunting one, I'm not far off. I mean, I'm cool with 32. I'm going to say 32-inch to 33, but I'm somewhere in there. 6.5 or 7-inch brace height. And if I could just like 345 or something IBO to where that put me at a 315, 320, I'd be happy with that. I mean, the Black 3's close. Actually, it's really close. That's just a good feeling bow. Yeah. I like shorter bows, but I also know, I don't remember what year, last year maybe. Remember we took a little 28-inch bow out there and we both shot it. And even though it was a stable bow,
yeah,
it was still moving, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was like, man, just a couple more inches and I can hold this better. So
yeah, I remember that bow because it gave us a fit.
And it gave the customer a fit. We tinkered.
Gave us a fit, and he took it home, and it was fixed.
Well, we did a bunch of stuff to it.
Oh, yeah.
Walk back, tuned it, and all that crap.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, me and you we couldn't get the broadheads to hit with the field tip. It was, everything height-wise was perfect.
Mm-hmm.
The field tip hit here, and our broadheads would hit, pretty much dead in line.
Yeah.
So Jeremy said, here, you shoot it. So I shot it, same exact thing, which is very highly unusual that it worked out that way. And so the customer came in, he wanted this bow back, and I was like, look, we ain't got it all figured, we hadn't got it hitting. And he went home, and like 15 minutes later, he called back, and he's like, I don't know what y'all did. He said, but I can put field tips, mechanicals, fixed blade. He said, I can put tacks, all right there together. I'm like, okie dokie. Sounds good to me.
On a
tourney bow is going to be hard, though.
For me, this is shorter than I would have said just a few years ago with a 37-inch bow, because unless I'm going to set up a dedicated 3D and a dedicated indoor bow, a 37-inch bow is what I want. 7+ inch brace height. I could really care less on speed, but let's just go for around a 340 if possible. And I don't know, that's pretty much it. Because I got, in the last 5 years, the PSC Supra EXT was by far my favorite bow that I've owned and shot tournaments with. It balanced, it fit me good. I just liked it. It was a cable stop bow. It had a little bit of sponginess. I liked that on a tournament deal. I don't know why, but I could shoot that bow. It balanced good. Just the way it was set up was perfect. And I've really thought about buying another one, even though it's several years old now, just because I liked it. But I will say this. I had the black one. It was great. Then I got a green one, and me and the green one didn't get along.
Mm-hmm.
And I think for a couple of reasons, I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. I guess I should have just completely tore that bow apart. I don't know if they had it shimmed weird, or I don't know. But I did the exact same thing with the green one as I did with the black one, and I didn't shoot the green one as good.
Yeah.
But yeah, 37. That's all me.
I don't know. I kind of like, idealistic, maybe a 38 inch axle tournament bow for me, which I know they make them already.
Well, to me,
because I like my CT9, which is 39. I think for me, that bow that length works for that bow for me.
I shot the Conquest series of Matthews bows for a long time, and they're 41, but they got the tiny cams,
mm-hmm.
and I'd almost be willing to bet if you measured end of cam to end of cam versus like our 39-inch primes, I bet it's about the same.
Probably.
So I don't mind the 39-inch bow. I just sometimes feel like on a 3D situation, it's a big old bow and it's heavy.
Yeah.
But it's not a huge deal. It's a great indoor bow. It's a great 3D bow. It's just I wish it was about 2 inches shorter for 3D.
But they got, what is it, the TRX 38.
Mm-hmm.
They already make a 38, but I think that would be the magic number for me, would be a 38. I'm trying to think. What was the Expression 3D? What was the length on it? Was it 37 or 36?
36.
36. So yeah, 37, 38.
I'd like to shoot. I don't think I'm supposed to say this, but I'm gonna say it because it's already kind of out of the bag. But the Citation 36-inch bow that wasn't supposed to be released until January, but somebody took a picture with one and it got all over the social media, so now it's out of the bag. I'd kind of like to shoot that bow and see what it feels like from PSC.
And then 7.5 inch brace height and 350 feet per second.
Pretty speedy.
Yeah. But it's also like this. Are we going to base it on 70 pounds or 60 pound draw weight?
Yeah, probably 60.
So, I mean, you figure 60 pounds at 350, you figure you'd be what, 315, 320 maybe?
Yeah. That's like, we're going to slow down James's bow. It was shooting 299 last night. I was
Really?
like, oh, but he's I got him set on 30, and that's a CT5, shooting a fat arrow, but I thought we might have to slow him down a little bit. I was quicker than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, me too.
That was quicker.
Yeah.
But it's the middle of deer season. I know a bunch of states just started.
Yeah.
So good luck if you're out in the woods. We've been going for a little bit now. I'm starting to. We got the next month will be big time deer season here. It's getting colder. The rut will hit soon, big time, and it'll be on. And then usually right after Thanksgiving, it's kind of when some people just quit hunting.
Yeah.
It gets cold. It's just kind of that weird time, and then we start thinking about the ATA show, which is still happening at this moment. They've been sending out these surveys, and they said we're going to have to wear a mask and all that. I knew that was coming. So the aisles are going to be a one-way street and all this, but they're not going to do some of the big event stuff the nights before and all that now. That'll be weird.
Yeah, it will be.
But
well, so far with this little cool snap that we've got coming in, we had that little cool snap a couple of weeks back. Well, about a week ago now. Well, it'll be 2 weeks. I hadn't seen anybody posting about bucks chasing does yet. So,
I hadn't either.
So.
I hadn't heard. I've seen a couple decent bucks get killed around here, but nothing substantial yet. I actually seen one right down the road the other morning. Looked like an 8-pointer. I don't think it was bigger than an 8, but it was pretty wide for an 8. So I don't think it'll be much longer with it getting cold, and they'll start
roaming.
They'll be ready to rumble.
Yeah.
I hadn't heard of anything else coming out. I'm just sitting here trying to rack my brain of anything else we've heard. Arrow wise, I hadn't heard anything. We definitely, I need to bring this up, need to get our broadhead testing going.
Yeah.
We're almost calmed down to where we can start playing with that. So we may even this week start putting some stuff together to test. Yeah. I've been watching a couple other videos from people that have done different tests. I just like to make a best of all the world's 5 or 6 thing tests for each broadhead, and y'all have sent in and people's dropped off all sorts of broadheads to test. So thank you for that. And we're planning to test them soon, hopefully in the next few weeks.
We got to figure out how we're going to a real world, I guess you could say, control. Everything's
got to be controlled. What worries me, I think I told you this, is if we use one of our bows right now, what do we do next year if we end up with a different bow, because it won't be the same as I guess we'll just have to be like, hey, we change. I don't know, but we can get them close to the same speed and all that, but it's just it's going to be a different bow. So
and see, that's the thing, we can't take like the old Q2XL hanging behind your head and do it just because
it's just not something new.
It's not updated.
We'll figure out something. And it really ain't that big a deal. You know what I mean? Because it might be for this whole fall, and early next year we were like, all right, this all came from a blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And then next year this is another bow. But at least you can see what the broadhead did. I can't wait to do like some hardcore shooting them at concrete block stuff.
Yeah.
But it'll be fun.
Yeah, it will be.
And I'm still planning. I don't want to do like 50 broadheads at once. Just do like one a week, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you can just watch, all right, this is about a 3-bladed muzzy. This is about a
Grim Reaper.
Yeah, this is that. This is this. So, and now and then eventually you can say like, all right, well, here's 5 Grim Reaper videos. Here's the whitetail special. Here's the regular razor tip. Here's the this, here's that. So anyway, it'll be cool either way, just to see what they do. And I'm looking, that'll be something coming up very, very soon now.
Mm-hmm.
What else? If you're local, we're having a shoot on Halloween Day here. We call it our pumpkin shoot.
Yep.
We got like a zombie target we put out with all the deer and all this stuff. So come by and shoot with us.
And then that evening we throw out 5 3D targets right here in the field, and pretty much like a pop-up tournament, but we use can lights. You'll have 5 seconds to load. Light, a random target will be lit up. You shoot. You have 5 seconds to shoot, and then light goes out, and it's 5 seconds to reload again. Is that how we're doing it this year? Okay,
yep. Something like that.
Yeah.
But it's fun. It's like some people can't get loaded quick enough. Some people had one guy, the light just went off. He hit the trigger and shot the light out. Bang, and just all sorts of craziness. But that'll be fun. If you're local, come by.
Yeah.
Like I said, it'll be an all day shoot the 23D targets, and then at night that thing. So we'll probably have pizza at lunchtime and all that. I got to start putting some stuff out. So
Yeah.
On Facebook about that. Check it out. I guess we'll get off of here, but thank y'all for tuning in.
Yep.
Other than the Broadhead stuff, I'm sure we'll have some more videos coming up soon. And I just lost my crock.
Uh-oh.
So time to go.
Yep.
Thank y'all for watching. We'll see y'all next time.
See y'all.